Well, hi everybody. Nice to see you. Welcome back. And got a lot to do tonight. I realized that on all of this talk about technique, I didn't talk once about breathing. What kind of singing teacher is that? I was so busy working on placement that I just got all focused on placement. So tonight I want to do some breathing stuff because in the end, that's all we got. And in the beginning, that's all we got. That's all we got. That's all we sing, breath, right? Okay, but first we're going to warm up. So just move your bodies around. And again, I like to rotate my rib cage, and I like to think of my rib cage as a barrel, and that my lungs are inside the barrel, and everything's big and round. It's the opposite that how we're supposed to think, especially women. We're not supposed to think big and round, but as singers, we get to be big and round. Okay, and just scrunch your face around, stretch it out, open, scrunch it tight, side to side, make faces. Watch yourself in your screen and you can adore what you look like. And then I want you to touch your chin with your tongue and then your nose with your tongue and flip it back and forth. And really try. And this is where I tell you, whoops, I forgot to tell you to get a towel. So we're covered with slobber. And let's blow out your lips. And you can watch yourself in your screen. How floppy are those cheeks? Are they jiggling all the way back to where your jawbone is? That's looking pretty good. For some of us, we start with, and if you happen to be a caval player or a flute player of any kind, your embouchure is going to mean that this is going to be a harder exercise for you. So you may be starting with, and then you'll just have to expand it a little bit. But I don't think it'll wreck your embouchure. I just think it's going to expand what your muscles can do. Okay, so blowing out your lips. Now I want you, if you're an R roller, to massage the roof of your mouth. We've been doing this every time. I'm massaging forward and back the roof of my mouth with a rolled R. Keep doing it. If you are not an R roller, just drag the tip of your tongue across the roof of your mouth and back, as far back as you can go and forward, just the tip. Oh, that makes it tickle. If you are having trouble getting up above the part where your palate goes up, use just the tip of your tongue. See if you can get a roll back there just with the tip. I used to not be able to do that, and now I can. And I always say it's kind of a stupid thing. You know, is that anything you ever need to be able to do? No. But what that means is that you're getting that agility for the tip of the tongue to be really light on the consonants that we've been talking about. And so this is just an exercise to really get you aware of what's the tip of your tongue. When we speak, we use our whole tongue. You know, they could be just big and flop it around and hit the roof of our mouth and flop on it here and there. But when we're singing, we want to keep that channel as open as possible. So we're going to want our tongue to be as little in the way as possible when it's making consonants, like a T, 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 T. Just say T, 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 T. And see if you can just use the tip of your tongue. T, 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 ta, 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 ta. Because normally we would be going T, T, T. A lot of tongue. For singing, we don't want to. Again, this is going to be consonants 2.0. I've been talking about vowels 2.0. This is also singing consonants, or consonants 2.0. They're lighter, they're better. They're better for you. They last longer. No, they last shorter. Okay, where were we? And, all right, now we're going to go and at the same time. Keep doing it. If you're not an R roller, then you just drag that tongue across the roof of your mouth while you blow your lips out. That is what's it called? Not isolation. Independence. That's an independence exercise. Can our lips and our tongue move independently? As singers, we have to have that. We have to be able to say the vowel O and say to, 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 without losing that O. So we want our lips to be able to move and our tongues to be able to move, and they can do different things at the same time, because that's how great we are. Okay. Now we're going to do what the gliss from top to bottom that I always do. I'll show it first. I'm going to hit every note in my range, small and low that it is, and we'll see what I've got. I'm not singing. That was my whole range. Heard a little break. Didn't have as much top as I hoped. Wasn't too bad. I'm not singing. Try it in your range. Here we go. And when you get to the bottom, stop before you get to glottal fry, bad on the chords. Because again, that's a sound that the chords are making, and instead of vibrating on a note, they're kind of grinding together. Grinding is not what they do best. So let's do it one more time. Touch every note. If you felt your break, you can say hi to it as you go down. If you want to relax your jaw, and again, I like to think of the jaw as it's hanging. From the jawbone, from this muscle here, it's just hanging. I'm not shoving it. I'm not going, ah. I'm not shoving it open, just letting it hang. From that hanging place, do your gliss. Top to bottom, no singing. And sometimes having that relaxed jaw, you might find you have more top. Sometimes that happens. With just relaxing, it gives you it gives you more space, and so you have a little more space to make sound in. Let's do it this time, and as the sound is coming down, now let's talk about starting. This is where we're going to talk about breath. So all sound is breath. All sound that comes out of our human body. No, I won't say that. All singing, all vocal sound is breath. So we need to be able to use our breath to its maximum capacity. And we, as speakers, we don't do that. Our lungs are huge. The lungs fill up, the diaphragm pulls down, the ribs go out, and the other organs of the body kind of smush because the lungs go whoosh. And then the lungs slowly but surely, because of the pressure of the diaphragm, the lungs start releasing their air. But they're really big. And when we speak, we can take a breath every single word if we want to. But when we're singing, we can't. We want to take as few breaths as possible to make that line, that flow happen. So I'm going to do this exercise, and those of you who've taken lessons with me before, you've done this a million times. I'm going to put my hands on my bra line. And guys, that's about halfway up your rib cage. And, I can't turn around because I have headphones on. I can turn around that way. So that's how my hands are. They're like this around my ribs. And I want you just to breathe normally. And just feel how when you inhale, your ribs go out. And if you're doing this right, your hands go out 360. It's not just the front going out. It's not just the sides going out. Everything goes out, including the thumbs in the back. So just breathe normally a few times. Try to relax your shoulders. It's not a very comfortable position. And just breathe normally and feel as you inhale how your ribs go out and your hands will go out with them. And then as you exhale, the ribs go in, right? Feeling that? If you haven't done any kind of breathing like this before, this may be where you are going to do your work because you're not feeling your hands go out. And so it's just start paying attention. What do I have to do? Where do I have to breathe to have my thumbs go out as well as the rest of my hands? And I'm not just springing open like that. As you're doing that, on your next inhale, I want you to feel the ribs go out if you're feeling that. If you're not feeling it, just keep working on this. If you're feeling your ribs moving on the inhale and exhalation, when your next inhale, I want you to feel your ribs go out, and then on your exhale, I want you to leave the ribs out, pressing against your hands. So I'm leaving my ribs out, pressing against my hands, pressing, 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 pressing. I feel muscles in my back working. I feel muscles in my ribs working. I feel muscles in my chest cavity working. And the thing I really feel working is here at the bottom of my sternum. I feel my diaphragm. That's not the only place the diaphragm is attached, but that's one of the major places that it's attached. So this is a great exercise, and we're not going to spend too much time on it. It's a great breathing exercise to really get our bodies used to getting that big air and then not letting the ribs do the work of collapsing the ribs, I mean, collapsing the lungs. Because if we keep the ribs open, then the diaphragm has to work. And the diaphragm is very efficient and is a muscle, and like everything else in the body, can be trained to release slowly, 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 and push the air out. So practice this one. It's really helped me a lot, just for breath. So I wanted to talk about breath, and we were just doing our gliss, because for many of us, and I think for most people, the first note that we sing, or even the first note that we make, because we're not singing in this gliss, we don't know how to get there exactly. And for me, what I've been taught and what I've been teaching, both things, is that if we give ourselves that full air and then can use any images, I'm an image gal. If you're not, then this is going to be not your cup of tea, but that I have these images of that the air fills me up. I'm not bound by my actual anatomy. The air fills me up, and then the sound just comes off of here. It's like the breath, it's almost like the breath is a wave, and the wave is cresting, and then when the wave of air crests, that's when the sound comes out. So it's connected to breath, because it all is connected to breath. So let's just try that. Give yourself a good breath, and it's going to be on your own time, but luckily you're in your own room. Give yourself a good breath, and then start your gliss at the top of it. If a wave doesn't work, for me, it's like I really feel like I'm full of air, and it just goes, and the air spills out, and it brings the sound with it. If that doesn't work for you, I've had other students who like to have something off the top of their heads, and then a little ball rolls off. So that the air comes up and pushes a little ball off, and it falls. And it can be any color you want. Try it again. Big breath, and then do your gliss, top to bottom. I don't know if that helps at all. I'm going to come back to that as we're singing, because it's really, the first thing is always hard. And I always like to say that every breath should be a singer's breath, must be a singer's breath if we're singing. And a singer's breath is that full breath with the ribs out of the way. I think about opera singers, and the traditional image of a female opera singer is this broad-backed woman. And I feel like, oh, I know what they're doing. They're getting their ribs out of the way out of the way. Their ribs are out, and it's all lungs. So, we're not supposed to want to look like that, but as a singer, I want to have that feeling in my body. Okay, we did our gliss. Let's do, what do I need to do? Let's do the quacking placement that I did a couple weeks ago. So we're just going. So again, I'm trying to get the placement forward. Forward meaning in the front of my face and in all of the bones of the front of my face. And so they're in the back of the bones of the front of my face. And I can't really use these bones up here where my brain is, but I like to say as singers, we don't really need brains. And so I'm just going to remove mine because I get more space that way. Like the image inside of my head, I've used the image before of like Notre Dame Cathedral, that my whole head is a space for reverberation. It's all open, it's all up. So in that space, we can just go ma 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 ma, any pitch you want, but kind of quacking. Ma 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 ma. It's super nasal. Ma 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 ma. Mama, 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 mama. If you're feeling it in your throat, you are not in the right place. I am feeling nothing below my upper teeth. Mama, 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 mama. Let's go meh, 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 meh. Meh, 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 meh. Meh, 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 meh. Me, 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 me. ma 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 ma. And how about moo 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 moo. Oh, I see a baby. A child. Hi, child. Nice. Probably not liking the ma 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 ma. All right, I'm just looking on the other page to see who we got. So if you're doing that right, then you're feeling that in here. Yeah, it's very nosy feeling. So let's do ma 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 me ma 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 ma. No, I wanted to do ma. The three P's. I must stop. Do not push. So not loud. Don't push. Don't sing out of your pitch range, which is very hard in this class because I have to sing where I can sing, and my pitch is a very specific place, like most people's. But if it's out of your pitch range, please don't sing there. You know, record it and then sing in a different pitch, or try to go up an octave, down an octave, whatever you need to do. And don't have any pain including tickling and coughing. Okay? So the three P's. So that we're going to start now. We're going to start on a pitch. And I'm going to say we're not singing. We're not going to sing here. So I want to go ma me me mo mo ma me me mo mo. I'm being super nasal. So let's just try it. If it's not a good pitch, do it someplace else. And ma me me mo mo. My ooh was not very nasal. Let's try it here. No, I want to do it on one note, actually. I'm all over the place. Ma, me, me, mo, mo. Yeah, let's do that. I've got gunk. I will demonstrate yet again how to clear your throat without clearing your throat. I'm going to push air from here. Blow the gunk off and drink it down. And that was halfway successful. It's not as efficient as a throat clearing, but it's way better for you. Okay, so nasal quacky. Ma, me, me, mo, mo. Here we go. And ma, me, me, mo, mo. You might get some lip buzz on those M's in between. I'm giving them to you. Enjoy them. If you can get lip buzz, this may not be a note where you buzz, but if it is, enjoy. Here. Sorry, I had to do it. And ma, me, me, mo, mo. And ma, me, me, mo, mo. Nasal. If you're feeling something in your throat, it's not the right place. And ma, me, me, mo, mo. 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 I'm definitely not singing. I'm not trying to make it sound nice. I'm not doing anything except trying to place it here. That's all I'm doing. And having my vowels be open and vertical. If I have room, just think about that. Here and ma, me, me, mo, mo. I really wish I could hear you because I'd be able to hear if there's a lot of throat stuff going on. Because sometimes we get kind of throaty. When we're trying to go forward, sometimes we go, mama. And you can hear the difference, right? Mama. It's the sound literally, physically. This is part of the physical part of singing. The sound is in that space in my mouth. It's not anyplace else. Let's go here. And if you need to drop down or up, whatever you need to do, change pitch. Ma, me, me, ma, mu. I'm going down. Ma, me, me, ma, mu. Do it here. Ma, me, me, ma, mu. One more. Ma, me, me, ma, mu. Okay, that was an octave in my world, depending on where you started or were. Might have been an octave in yours as well. I've got a lot of gunk in my lower range because we've been going for 20 minutes. For me, when I sing for 20 minutes, my gunk loosens up. That's how I always know I have to warm up at least 20 minutes before a show. Because if I just warm up 10 minutes, then 10 minutes into the show, my gunk loosens up and oh, hello, how delightful. Right when I don't want it. I wanted to talk about our vowels and space, but let's do it with the song words, because goranine. Okay, does everyone have the song words? This makes my whole face itch. Yes, good. That's excellent. I want your whole face to be itching. That's wonderful. The thing about that, if the sound really is here, you will feel it in your face. You will feel it in your face. You'll feel it in this flesh. You'll feel it in the bones. It's a great feeling. Let's do Goranine chafani. So that's the first syllables of the first line of the song, Goranine chafanine. And the lyrics are in the chat. If you, yep, everyone's put them in the chat. Thank you all. So if we remember what those words are, and if you're seeing them for the first time, you won't remember them. Goranine chafanine. Just say them. Goranine chafanine. And I'm saying them in my singerly vowels. Goranine chafanine. Let me hear it. And Goranine chafanine. So that even as we're just saying these right here, there's flow, there's line. We're connecting the vowels. Go, go. And if this is a bad pitch, again, find a different one or go up an octave or down an octave or catch us on the way up. Goranine chafani. Let's try it. And Goranine chafani. Now, if you've been taking these classes, these are not new words to you. So you should be able to get to the point now where you can start really getting off the page and really feeling Goranine chafanine. How do those vowels connect? Where are the vowels similar? Where are they different? Let's do it here. Goranine chafani. And Goranine chafani. And here, same thing. Goranine chafani. We're going to go to the second verse. I'll do it first. Gorankati dimiye. Try it. Gorankati dimiye. We We get to find all those ti, di, mi, all those e's in a row. Let's do that one here and goran ka ti, di, mi, e. The next verse, I'll do the first. Akone mache guku. Try it. Akone mache guku. One of the things we find in this verse is that che gu ku. We've got those two u's together, separated by a k sound. So on this time, I want you to see how small that k. Yes, the R is rolled. Yeah, gora. Just it's touched. It's not a r. So akone mache guku. See how you can keep that u the same. Let's try it there and akone mache guku. Guku. Just try that. Guku. You may notice that you've said gu, your mouth stays the same. You don't have to do anything to make that K, because the K happens in the throat, right? Guku. Try it. Guku. And that is singerly. Normally when we would be looking at, we'd go, guku, and we would do something different. We don't need to. And as singers, we don't want to. We want to interrupt the flow of the air and the flow of the sound as little as possible. So this is a place where that oo sound is just coming out and we go goo, coo, but the oo doesn't change. Let's all do it first. Che gu ku pin yun di mi. Try it. Che gu ku pin yun di mi. Let's do that one again. This is getting too high for me. I'm going to go down. Che go ku pin yun di mi. The next one, I'll do it. I'm going to do it down. Yun di mi e John Fesley. Let's just say that word. John Fesley. Let's try it. John Fesley. I'll do the exercise one more time. Yun di mi e John Fesley. Now, John, very typical Balkan sound, a nice consonant cluster. We have to say that the J, John Fesley, John, right? But we're going to do it as lightly as possible. There it is. Yun di mi e John Fesley. Let's all do it all together. Sorry. And Yun di mi e John Fesley. This is a case where our eyes see that the je and our brains go but our mouths have to just go John, John, John. Very light. Let's do that same one here and Yun di mi e John Fesley. And we'll do the next one. Let me do it first. John Fesley e kod kom shi. Everybody. John Fesley e kod kom shi. And on that kod kom shi, we have a very similar thing that we had with gu kupim. A little bit different because we have an extra consonant, but we don't have to go kod kom. Kod kom shi. Try it. Kod kom shi. Let's try that one out here. And John Fesley e kod kom shi. We'll do it one more time. Here we go. And John Fesley e kod kom shi. that's just another way to sort of take apart those words so that we can, again, we're trying to map our vowels and get used to how the vowels connect. And this is just another way to do it. It's just throw it into an exercise. And you can do all of this on your own too. You know, take a song and pull it apart. And if there's something you have trouble with, try it in a different key. Try it with different, try it on la 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 la. Okay, so now we're going to work on the song, right? What time is it? I don't have my clock out here. There it is. It's on my computer. Durr. Okay, everybody take some water. If you want to, of course. Not required. So, I don't know if we have new folks tonight. If so, you don't know this song yet. So I will sing the song. I'm just going to sing the first verse. I'm going to sing the second verse just because we've heard the first verse a whole lot. So I'm going to sing the second verse. If you want to sing along with me and you already know it, please feel free. If you want to drone, please feel free. This is just to get the melody into people's heads if you've forgotten it or if you've never heard it before. Gorankati di mienema, Gorankati di mienema, Gorankati, Gorankati di mienema, Gorankati, Gorankati di mienema. That's the melody. And it has a drone. Bless its heart. And again, if this is not a good key for you, I'm so sorry. It's typical of a village song in that it doesn't have a very big range. So unfortunately, if this is too low or too high for you or just in the wrong spot, it's not like you can catch part of it because it's just, it only goes up a fifth, I think. Yeah, I think it's a fourth or a fifth. So the drone is, I will do the drone on the second verse too. And if you want to sing top with me, do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Gorankati di mienema, Gorankati di mienema, Gorankati, Gorankati di mienema, Gorankati, Gorankati di mienema. That's the song. So I kind of want to get to those latter verses with the words that we just went over, because I think those are the harder words. Should I go over the ornaments again? How are we feeling about the ornaments? Worth going over the ornaments? Okay. So this has, I think, 3 ornaments in it. Maybe 4. Maybe I'm lying. It has 4. So I'll just do the first verse. Goranine is the first ornament. Hey, hey, hey. However you can picture that for yourself. If you're looking at a piece of paper and you can draw it on a piece of paper, that's how I used to always learn my ornaments, was by drawing them. Goranine. But it's fast. Hey, try it. Hey, hey. Now, I don't know if you were working during the week on any of the turn exercises that I talked about last week. I actually only gave you the one, the 3-note turns tumbling down. But if you've been working on that, you may find this turn is coming a little easier for you. Goranine, cha, 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 cha. That's the shape of it. Cha, cha, cha. Try it. Cha, 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 cha. I've had students say to me before, I don't want to feel like a robot when I'm doing these. And I always say, nah, you do. Turns should feel robotic. And that just means you drill and drill and drill. I drill and drill and drill. And it's the kind of thing you can do when you're waiting for your tea water to boil, or when you're, waiting for the cat to come in or whatever, you know. Just drill, find some turns that you want to work on and just drill them. Cha, 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 cha. We're not going to do that for a half an hour, but we could, and I would enjoy it, but you may not. Gorani necha. Let's just try that much, and Gorani necha. I mean, this is a fun tune because the turns come at different places in the measure. Sometimes songs have the turns always in the long part of the measure, or they're always rolling into the one of the next measure, and this has both. Gorani necha. So I'll just sing the rest of the line that has another turn. Cha fa ni 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 ni. Just do that. Ni 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 ni. So the notes are ni, but it's all in the timing. That's everything about turns is about timing. Cha cha fa ni. Just try that. Cha fa ni. It's like a little wiggle. Cha fa ni. Cha fa ni. Ni ni. Or the notes ni 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 ni. When it sounds fast, it sounds like there's a lot more going on, but it's not. It's not hard. The notes are not hard. The speed is hard. So the whole line with the ornaments, listen once and then we'll sing it. Gorani ne chafani ne. Okay, let's sing it both twice. I'm sharping as always. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Gorani ne chafani ne. Repeat. Gorani ne chafani ne. There it is. And maybe you got a little bit more ornaments than you had last week. I don't know. Not so much, maybe. They'll come. It really is a matter of finding that thing I was talking about last week. So last week I did that exercise. It was yo, 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 yo. Why did I start so high? Yo, 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 yo. That's just a 3-note turns. Yo, 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 yo. And then you just keep trying to do it faster. Yo, 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 yo. And only you will know, because you're by yourself, whether you're in your speed, whether you're actually hitting all the notes. And as I always say, there's that dynamic relationship between the speed and getting all the notes. And they both have to be there. But sometimes you'll start getting the speed and then one of the notes flies off. So it's a process. You won't start there. I mean, you may find that, oh, always that top note of that turn, it just doesn't come out. Or I skipped the second one from the bottom because I'm almost at the bottom, so whatever. But so keep yourself honest. If you can't do it fast, then slow it back down again. I have one more ornament exercise. Do you guys want it? Yeah, let's do it, because I think we might be singing next week. So we'll have more time to work on the song. So this other ornament exercise, and if you've taken my classes, you've heard this already a million times, but the 3-note turn one was my second ornament exercise that worked for me. This is the one that made me find, first of all, the village that my house of ornaments was in, and then actually the key to the front door. And it is, I'll just do it first and I'll explain what it is. So what was that? That was, I just do straight tone, and I'm again doing it in a pitch that's nice for me, and it won't necessarily be nice for you. Pick a nice pitch for yourself and just go, ah, ah. The next one is an upward mordant. Ah, ah, ah. So a mordant is just you touch the note a half step above it briefly. Ah, ah. Just try it. Ah, ah, So if I'm going to put those two together, it would be ah, ah. Try it in your own pitch. Ah, ah. Mm-hmm. The next one is a waver, and this was my vehicle into the house of ornaments. To me, this tells you exactly where the center of the home is. Ha 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 ha. Try it. Ha ha. If you can do a vibrato, if you are a person who has a vibrato, that's what vibrato is. But this is just controlled. As I think I said last week, vibrato is used very purposefully in the folk music of the Southern Balkans. It's used all over the place, and not used also, but it's used very purposefully with a lot of intent and meaning. So having control over it is what we have to have. So what I'm doing in my throat is ah. So if you just want to start like that, if you are getting that in the right place, if you start feeling when you're doing that, it feels like it's kind of a beating in the back of my throat. That's the house of ornaments. And I'm pointing here, but it's on the inside. It's like here's my throat, and my throat is wide open. The air is coming up, but there's some little manipulation muscularly. And I don't know if it's at the back. It feels like it's at the back. It definitely doesn't feel like it's here. So I'm going to put the three together. I'll do it first. So just try it on your own pitch. Here we go. And if you feel like the waver is really like out of control, great. Practice. Mine was completely out of control. I mean, I was like, couldn't control it at all. But if you can get that control in the waver, all the other ornaments happen in that same way, in that same place. And I will get back to you about the ornaments on the song in a second. I don't know when that came in. So the last ornament in this series, so we just did the three together, is a three-note turn. Ah, just do those notes. Ah. What about if it just feels a little tiring to make a vibrato? Well, you know what? You may not be doing it in the same place, in the right place, but it is muscular. Doing that vibrato, that waver, is muscular. And so if you are not used to doing it, it's like anything else. You can't start off running a marathon. You are going to feel it. It's muscular. So make sure it's not happening, you're not tired, not feeling tired in the front of the throat, in the tongue. It's not, my tongue isn't tense, my jaw isn't tense. Should it sound kind of operatic? Define operatic. I'm not going, oh, oh. I'm not doing that. I'm just making a regular old ah sound, kind of forwardly placed, and just wavering underneath it. I'm chopping up too much in the audio. I'm so sorry. Oh, you know what? I didn't turn off my Wi-Fi. Shoot, I'm an idiot. I have my Ethernet cable on, and I'm hoping that this is going to be better sound. Okay. So I'm doing a waver. It feels like I'm getting a workout in the back of my throat. Yes, that's exactly right. It's a workout in the back of your throat. That's exactly what it is. So, you got to stretch and relax in between, shake it out. I don't know how you shake out the back of your throat, but, oh, okay, good. Thank you about the sound quality. So I think operatic is not it. I'm just wavering down in my throat. But let's get to the three-note turn. Just do that. waver is in the right place, that turn will feel like it kind of bounces out of the same place that the waver is in, which is what we're looking for. So we're going to put them all together. You want me to do it first? So you can do it with me. I don't care. Let's just do it. Here we go. And that is the exercise that is why I can do ornaments now. So I recommend it to everybody. I don't remember who I learned it from. It might have been Tatiana Serbinska. Seems like it's kind of probably from her. But anyway, where were we? Where were we? We were on ornaments, right? Ornaments. Because that's a useful exercise. Even just doing that little bit of wavering, if you were able to get any of that in the back of your throat, then the nine ornament is going to be easier. Koranine chafani, chafani, chafani. Let's just do that 4 times. Chafani, 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 chafani. Koranine chafanine. Yep, we're right where we're supposed to be. Let's sing the second verse, first line, both times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Gorankati dimienema. Gorankati dimienema. You may find, if you're anything like me, that depending on the vowel, the ornaments are easier or harder. And so it's, you may feel like, oh yeah, I got that ornament. And then you get to the next verse and it's on a completely different vowel. It's like, what happened to that ornament? So I like to call those our pilot. You may have a pilot vowel, a pilot ornament that gets you, that you can do. And then you sort of have to really figure out, what am I doing when I'm doing that? And what's changing on that other vowel? And then, try to guide yourself. Let's go to the third verse. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Akonema chegu kupim. Akonema chegu kupim. I like that one. Do the same thing on the next verse. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Chegu kupim yundimie. Chegu kupim yundimie. Are you feeling how the ornaments are harder or easier with the different vowels? I am. Okay, the next one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Yundimie Jan Feslie. Yundimie Jan Feslie. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. John Feslie Kod Komshie. John Feslie Kod Komshie. That's all the verses with the ornaments, the first line ornaments. And that first ornament I think is the hardest because it's a 4-note deal. Da, 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 ni, ne, is that turn. So it's a little bit harder. Okay, that's great work. Let's do, oh gosh, time goes so fast. Well, we didn't do the second lines. Go, ni, ne, go. I want to say, I just want to pause for a second. I posted, or Rachel McFarland posted in the event, what is it? It's on the EEF, on my class page. What's it called? On the EEFC website. where I posted the words initially. I posted 4 recordings today of this song. Of the many that I have, I picked my 4 favorites, and I want you to give a listen to them during the week. Um, yeah, you're welcome for the recordings. I chose them. These are my favorites because either I love the version and it's close to how I know the song, or I just love the performance. And so there's a couple I mean, there's 2 that are diaphonics, and I think there are 2 that are not diaphonics, that are just solo voices. And one is just a solo a cappella voice, and she sings all the verses, and it's gorgeous. One of them is by Danica Krstic, who's one of my favorite Serbian singers of all time, and singing it. She's probably 14 years old or 13 years old, and it's beautiful. And all of them have instrumentation except for the one that's solo. So, what we're doing is it's a folkloric process, and we're doing a diaphonic without instruments because that's how I like it. But so I have the other ones in my head. So I just sang that second line, how one of the other singers sings it. Goranine, goranine, chafanine. So that's the second line, right? Does that sound familiar? Go. I wish I played piano. There it is. It was a black key. I knew it was a black key. Goranine, goranine. So remember, there's ornaments. Goranine, 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 goranine. It's fast. Goranine, goranine, chafanine. And that has the same ornament. The chafanine has the same ornament that it had in the first line. Cha at the end, and the nine. Chafanine, chafanine. So let's sing the second line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Goranine, goranine, chafanine. Repeat, remember. Goranine, goranine, chafanine. If it's your first time singing it, then I didn't warn you about the little fast part. The first, I'll sing both repeats of the second line, but I'm going to sing it of the second verse. Goran kati, di mienema. Goran kati, di mienema. Let's sing that all together. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Goran kati, di mienema. Goran kati, di mienema. And the second line of the third verse. Do you want to just punt, or do you want to hear me? Akonema, akonema, chegu kupim. Okay, you know how to do it. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Akonema, akonema, chegu kupim. Akonema, akonema, chegu kupim. Chego kupim, unadimie. Let's do it all together, the fourth verse, and here we go. Chego kupim, undimie. Chego kupim, undimie. And then the next one. We can do this one. We've done it a bunch. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Yundimie, Jan Feslie. Yundimie, Jan Feslie. And then the last one. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Jan Feslie, kod kom shie. Jan Feslie, kod kom shie. I know that word Jan Feslie looks like a mouthful because of how it's written. This is one of these consonant clusters that we look at and we go, ah. But it's just ja. Ja. John Fesley, John Fesley. Just try that. John Fesley, John Fesley. Mm-hmm. So we didn't even drone together. Let's sing it all the way through. Do we have time? Sure we do. Maybe not all the way through. Let's do the first 4 verses. And you can sing whatever parts you want, okay? I'm going to probably sing melody for the first 2, and then I'm going to drone for the second 2. Ha. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Goranine, chafanine, Goranine, chafanine, Goranine, Goranine, chafanine, Goranine, Goranine, chafanine, Gorankati dimienema, Gorankati dimienema, Gorankati, Gorankati dimienema, Gorankati, Gorankati dimienema, Akonema chegukupim, Akonema chegukupim, Akonema, Akonema chegukupim, Akonema, Akonema chegukupim. Well, that's 4 verses. So I think we're almost at the end of our time tonight. I just wanted to say, if you didn't vote already, vote right now in the chat whether you would like more singing next week or a question and answer. And if it's going to be singing, then if you have questions, I might have answers. I can't promise. So here's my email, michellesimonsimplyvoice@gmail.com. And no question too small or too strange or too big. I just love talking about technique. So if you've got questions, I'd love to see if I can help you answer them. So I guess that's all we're going to do for tonight. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for singing. Keep working on your ornaments. Work on those exercises. Work on connecting your vowels. If you sing this song during the week, connect your vowels. If you go online and listen to all the other versions, you may find one that you just absolutely adore, and then you'll come and sing this and go, but that's not how I hear it. That happens all the time. That's the folkloric process. So I guess just stay safe, stay healthy, sing healthy, and take care of each other, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.